Guys, I'm going to do an update live while heading to a store because I need to go food shopping. So much to tell. When you have to do everything yourself, it's harder to get ahead. People who are already successful and have many streams of income coming in pay people to do all this stuff for them. Clothes getting done, homes being cleaned, shopping. So you come home to a full fridge. You don't have to choose your time. You want to work on your business, you want to get ahead, but you have responsibilities to do too. Paying the bills, updating your homes. You get the deal. Oh gosh, I hope you can hear me. Good afternoon. I just watched a couple of videos while I got ready. Good afternoon, guys. Oh, good, you can. Good. I just listened to 2 channels. I want to listen to more, but I'll do that when I'm out later. I'm going to deliver for a little while. The Republicans and the Democrats cannot agree. It sounds like, and just in my opinion, they want to teach each other a lesson. It sounds like, nobody wants to budge. Everybody just wants their way or no way. They're hurting the people doing that. And I heard from one channel, I didn't listen to all of them yet, that the FPUC will not be available to the little people next week. It's going to be a lot of people very upset. Something would have been better than nothing. What I heard was they couldn't agree on an extension. They couldn't agree in the middle ground. They keep proposing these bills. That person who listens to both sides of the story, his name's Mark Meadow. He the Republicans and Democrats cannot agree on anything. They earn a lot of money. They run the show. If they're not qualified, maybe it's time to wipe them all out and hire people who can take care of business. Because now, it would have been nice to know an answer. So the FPUC is not available to millions of people who really need the money. That would pay their rent with what they received last week, and they know somebody's coming. I mean, Christ, they could have said, let's just say 300 and say till the end of September. Give the people something. That's horrible. They can't agree on anything. I'm just speaking about the FPUC because I told you I would give you an update on that. And I just heard it. And they usually give a answer or at least make a decision in the last hour of the week. And they did it worse. It sounds like it's getting worse. How could you do that? Maybe to them, one of the people quoted that woman Pelosi said it's pointless to send the people $600 as an extension 1 week. All because you didn't get your way? Or one way, your way, or no way? You don't deserve that position then. You're not qualified to be to hold that title. And that's what I think. Ooh. So that's really cool. That's mean. Something would have been better than nothing. So as of now, I believe unemployment and the people who didn't qualify for traditional unemployment that are receiving the pandemic unemployment assistance, those 2 are extended. But that's like state unemployment. You're just going to get a little bit of money. Very cruel. Somebody should be in a higher position than them and punish all those people for not being capable of, coming to at least one decision. So you have to do a little bit at a time. You have to keep people afloat. Very cruel. Not everybody's in our positions, us hustlers, that, I'll be working tonight for a few hours. I'll be working tomorrow. I want to know I have something coming in on top of the little bit of money that I earn online. passive residual income is really the best kind of income. Thank you for joining in. We are all working here. Florida didn't give anything. I can't believe that. This is the United States of America. I thought it was for the whole country. I thought all states had something. I'm going to have to look into that. I'm not sure if that's really true. Maybe you didn't qualify. You know, I thought this was a country thing for everyone in the United States. So I'll check that out later. I'm curious. My friend is behind a month on rent. I'm very sorry to hear that. See, that's where something would have been better than nothing, because I know people who pay $900 a month in rent, and they rent a nice roomy room, and they have a roomy bathroom, and it's clean in a house. I know a lot of people like that. $1,000 a month. Something would have been better than nothing. To say out loud, and the guy quoted her, said that she said that it was pointless. What are you that out of touch? Wow. But dude, it's just nah. Mm-mm. So I thought I would give you an update about that. I will check that out about Florida, because I thought it was a whole country thing. YouTube comments. Now, guys, don't be so hard on yourself when it comes to building a business. I used to be very hard on myself. I still enjoy working part-time, and it's security, and that hasn't changed, the way I think that way. And maybe I'll get, so hard on yourself if you can't do everything, because you really have to sit down and figure out, this is where I'll be 6 months from now. This is where I'll be 3 months from now, 6 months from now, 9 months from now. Do a little bit each week, because eventually it starts to come together. I'm sorry, I got to concentrate. I'm on the parkway now. I have to do it. I spent 2.5 hours answering comments. YouTube must find, when you sign into your YouTube channel and you see that little bell, and usually it has a few numbers there, and I go, oh, let me see who commented, or maybe someone commented on a video, a channel that I watched, and I want to see what happens. I catch up every few days. I had a list of comments that are nowhere to be seen on my videos, but it was on the comments section. So I took the time to reply back to at least 50 people today, and that was very time consuming. So if you're watching, that troll person, I know I answered you a couple of times. I answered a lot of people, and you posted it weeks ago. I wasn't aware. It's very time consuming engaging with your audience, building a business and doing everything yourself as a one-man show, which many of us YouTube creators are. Very time consuming. Season, I got to sit down for a few hours, and there's going to come a time I'm going to have to do that once a month, and then there's going to come a time I'm going to have to do it every couple of weeks. It's part of building a successful YouTube channel. It's impossible to reply to every comment. It's just impossible. And imagine the YouTube creators who have, they have 500,000 subscribers. They go live. They got 10,000 people watching them. How does a one-man show or one-woman show do that? Just impossible. That's why when you start to expand, you might consider hiring people. You never know. And of course, keeping up to date with all the videos, what's going on, because I want to see what's going on with the people that are doing what I'm doing. So I wanted to tell you that I did take the time today. I sat down, I had 2 cups of coffee, and I worked for 2.5 hours, and I pushed it. And I replied. And there were a lot of comments that went into spam, that none of the blocked words were in their comments. So I just approved them, because why wouldn't I approve them? If somebody wants to promote something that holds relevancy to me, and I'm not really in competition with them, it's all about the people helping the people, I'll let them promote their affiliate link. Why shouldn't that show? below one of my videos. It's not hurting anyone. Just because I don't use it doesn't mean someone else can't hopefully recruit a few people because of the engagement on my channels. So you get it. So I thought I would fill you in on that too, because that is very time consuming. That's a very good idea, Lucky Troll. You can pay all your bills on time. I didn't apply. I don't need it. Well, if you have it coming to you and you're paying to taxes and the CARES Act was put into play, why would you say no to free money? Well, it's not completely free. You do have to pay taxes on it. But why would you say no to something of assistance like that? Even if I earned $50,000 a month, if I qualified, why not take it? That's like, because I'm listening and I'm learning, that's like if someone asked you, if I loaned you, if there was an endless amount of money that I could loan you for zero interest rate, with zero interest rate, how much would you take? Say as much as possible, as much as I can. You don't put a limit on it, because then you could do something else and generate residual passive income. I'm listening. And I've been watching Frasier. You ever watch that show, Frasier? I must have missed the first few seasons when I was really working a lot out and about, when I was waitressing and I was going out all the time. I was, going away for weekends all the time. I'm listening. It's a great show. What a funny show. I'm catching up. I'm on season 2. I remember the second half of the seasons, not the first few seasons. Very funny show. So comments are very time consuming. Don't be so bad. Just don't be so hard on yourself. Distractions. This is all about motivation too, guys. Oh, something popped up. I lost track. Oh, for this summer, I promised myself I will get where I see a significant difference in my pocketbook and in my business. And I've been updating my home and taking care of myself. If my eye looks funny, I'm sorry. I can't not go out because of my eye. I have to make a decision. Like, I had a couple of people say, why don't you come out? Why don't you visit? Or you want to go do something? I have to say no, because I'm tired of saying I want to be over there when I know if I just focus to get over there. And for me, the pandemic was an opportunity. Maybe a lot of people don't feel that way, but I will never apologize that the pandemic, the forced pause, became an opportunity for me. It's the last climb to living exactly what I said I would be living eventually. And it's still an opportunity. And I'm going to treat it as an opportunity. I'm bettering myself financially. So the second half of my life, I'm not running around in circles, having less, working harder, having less, working harder. Those days are over for me. I won't do that anymore. So there are hard choices to make. And if someone takes it personal, I know a lot of people are very bored during this pandemic. They're just itching for something different to do. I happen to like my life the way it is. I'm really grateful that I'm in a position that I can stay in my home and be comfortable in the heat. I have a passion with the business online. I have other passions. I'm living the way I want to live, that I always thought eventually I would live, and I'm not sorry. And if people take it the wrong way, guys, you can't be totally, completely. Well, you weren't going that fast. I heard you honk. You're not totally, completely responsible for other people's happiness and contentness, happiness. That's their responsibility. And for a long time, I always, okay, trying to be everything to everyone else. And then you go home and you're just like, it's too much. Don't feel bad about it. You got to make those calls. You got to make those decisions. And life has gotten easier for me since I don't give a shit what other people think about me anymore. And getting mad at me, trying to guilt me into stuff, and why don't you come out? I miss your face, all this other stuff. I've had a few things, and I can't worry about it because it's a 2021 is going to be a new year for me, and I'm more than halfway there. Nobody's going? That's weird. So don't feel bad about it. That's motivation, guys. You got to get where you want to be so then you can live happily. And I don't want to what I was doing was not working for me anymore. And sometimes it takes people a long time to find their way. I used to have a lot of fun and working and doing the thing, but then you are allowed to evolve and change into a different person. You don't have to stay the same for your entire life. That's boring. Who doesn't want to evolve and have different interests and grow into another way? It's a good thing. It's not always a bad thing. Change is not always bad. So I got that. I did upload a video last night. It's one of my better work. I wrote it down. The YouTube emoji default settings. I know I did a quick video about it, but I show two amazing examples of what happens when you use your iPhone, your iPad, and how to help increase likes, subs, shares, build more of an audience, look more professional. And it's working. And this weekend, I plan on working on my business and updating all the descriptions underneath all my earlier videos. It's going to take time, but I'll do little chunks at a time because it's so professional looking. If I have videos up, and if any of you YouTube creators are on the same boat, you have a lot of videos up, but a poor description list, update it. You can look better. You can look more professional. I guess that's shaded. I'll park over here. Wow. I don't usually come to the store at this time of night on a Friday, but I had to make a call. I couldn't leave my home answering the comments, doing work, tweaking. You can all do it. You can all do it. You can all do it. Okay, I'm going to read your comments for a moment, and I'm going to head in. Got to be a multitasker. Where do you live? AK Henderson? You rent a house for $900. See, anything. I'll answer that in a moment. Anything's better than nothing. It helps. It helps. Now, the forced pause, yes, we were on forced pause. For 3 weeks, it wasn't worth to go out for 2 hours in the hopes of one delivery. For a month, we were like that in my area. And it is not fully opened yet. And it is harder to earn $1. And if it wasn't for tips and promotions, you might as well say you work for free. So in my area, and pretty much the whole country. So, yes, I know that bothers you, but, it's okay. It's going to have to bother you. It's a fact. We were on a forced pause. It's not a secret. Even people who had money to fall back on because they're successful, and there's nothing wrong with that, would stand there and say, yes, our economy, our area was put on a forced pause. Absolutely. And it was mean and it was cruel, and it doesn't have to, because it shouldn't take this long to open everything up. It just shouldn't. Everything's more slow. Everything. But I get it when it was cheap. And oh, that's good. Well, you're on a grandfather clause. Good for you. Oh, Texas. I live in South Texas. Renting, getting a house pretty cheap where? But oh. Well, your $900 for a whole house is really amazing. And if it's clean and well kept and beautiful, that's great. You deserve it. Every area is different. Maybe people don't want me to share that. I won't say the person. Well, I know a few people who have illegal apartments in their homes, and they charge about $900 a month. You have the use of the driveway, a place for your car, front of the house, plenty of parking, nice area. All the few people that I know do it. Everything's included. They give their renters the internet service provider. They include TV. It's a one flat fee. If you could get $900 in this area and live in a beautiful house like this house that I'm just staring at, you're really lucky, because that's hard to come by in my area, and feel safe in a nice area, parking, beautiful home, clean home, good plumbing, good heating, good air, everything included for 900. People can't afford their house. Yeah, it's hard. You really have to sacrifice and live without to get ahead to buy something on your own, or be one of the wealthy rich ones. There are a lot of people out there like that. They have a bunch here, but I got it when it was cheap. Got it. Ah, you ever see those little carts? Oh, too bad you can't see that. Maybe you can. And they hook it up to the bike, and the kid's in a little basket. And he's just chilling. He's like 2 years old. The father's pedaling the bike. It's very cute. It looks like a little animals. A lot of people do that with their animals too, especially lately. You see little doggies in the basket, and they use their bicycle and they take them for a ride. It's pretty cute. So I spoke about the video I uploaded yesterday. I also uploaded a video a little while ago. There's something to tell you guys. I showed the couple of hours that I worked yesterday with Uber Eats, and I also showed the merchandiser app and the field agent. A lot of little streams of income add up to a lot. And the playlists. I'm having a blast with the playlists. It's very hard to sit in front of a computer all week, but it had to be done. The weather's much cooler. Today's much cooler. That tomorrow I should start walking again and get back in the groove, because I skipped like a month because I can't tolerate the heat. I can't tolerate the humidity. It's that bad that I just, it affects my eyes, it affects my skin. It's too much. Kind of a mild case of arthritis. I asked a pharmacist 3 weeks ago. I needed help. I didn't feel good. And I never would have bought arthritis cream, and it worked. A mild case of arthritis. Hello, Jan King. Hi, everyone. Hi, Michelle. Hello, hello. I gained the COVID-19. I don't get it. I gained. Oh, you gained during. Well, I got ahead. I got organized, set up some streams of income. It was an opportunity. I invested some money. It was smart. You know, I paid into the system for years. It was smart. Nobody's doing us any favors, guys. And by the way, you're paying taxes on it. And when inflation kicks in a year or two from now, you're going to look back and go, wasn't that a joke? You know, up to food and water. You need to go early in the morning or late in the evening, go somewhere shade. Oh, yes, absolutely. But then when you're building, when you're doing everything yourself, Bobby T, my mom said the same thing. Sometimes you have to make sacrifices to get to that stage where you can do that all the time. I know that. She knows that. I wish the gym was open, because I would go after I work for a few hours in the morning with the air conditioner, and it's 95 degrees and humidity, and I would go down the street and go to the gym, but the gym's been closed. You know, a half an hour walk on the treadmill is a big something when you're not moving around a lot. You gained. Me too, I gained. I took a chance. It was an opportunity. Absolutely. So this was about motivation, tell you about the FPUC. I'll listen to more on the way home, because I'm going to bring stuff home. I'm going to make another iced coffee. I'm going to go out there for a few hours. At least I know it'll be steady, because it is a weekend. I can't imagine it not being at least steady. I could be wrong. I was wrong last time and I got angry. I shouldn't just assume. 8 pounds for me. Well, we'll see. I already asked my gym. We've been in touch on Facebook. When are you going to open? Are masks required? But if they can't open, the masks don't come into play. You know, I don't want to wear a mask while I'm working out. I would just cancel my subscription. And now the worst is over for the summer. I like walking when it's 40 degrees out. I like that, guys. Put a heavy sweatshirt on. It's got to be bitter cold for me not to go out there and walk. The humidity is the worst time of year for me. That's just me. Everybody's different. Hurts my joints, hurts my eyes, does a lot of damage. Okay, guys, I'm going to head in here, but need a mask. I'd rather run outside without a mask. Absolutely. You got that right. But I hear you, Lucky Troll. I know. Well, I'll let you know. Thank you for joining in. I hope you found the updates informative, great. And I'm just going to keep plugging away, guys. There's a lot you can do. Take advantage. You can look more professional, increase the activity on your channels, get more referrals, earn more money, passive income, residual income, and don't let life get in the way. There comes a time that you say you got to just get where you want to be, so then you don't have to live with worrying anymore. I want to wake up every day and say, I made $100 last night while I slept. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. A.K. Henderson, you are very welcome. Motivation. We all have to motivate. And I'm going to listen to a lot more YouTube channels, those financial advisors and the ones that stay on top. They actually listen to the Congress and the Senate and all the politicians talking to each other and debating. They're so crazy. And then they, combined it all in a 10 minutes or less video. I think it's great. And they keep us up to date. They're very, very good at what they do. Ah. I'm going to give a bunch of shout outs again to all those people. I can't. Clear Value. He's a really good one. Clear Value. That guy, Andre Jenk. I like him too. The magician. Um, Value Entertainment, the Italian guy from Italy. He's really great. I'm going to take his advice. I watched something about security last night in bed. How you can protect your computer from being followed, your activity followed, and I'm going to get it. This all takes time. Stephen Graham. Stephen Gardner. That woman with the long hair, I forget her name. I just came across her. She's really good. There are so many other channels out there. I Allegedly, JJ, the CPA. There's so many of them. That guy, Jason, EIDL. Just type in Jason, EIDL. He'll pop up. He's going to talk about investing real soon on his channel. He's an educated man. He has a lot of on-hands experience in the stock market. He worked on the stock market for 14 years. That's incredible. Okay, I'm going to stop talking. Great for the positivity. See you guys next time. Have a great weekend and just keep plugging away. I'll speak to you soon. Bye, guys.